Okay, so here we go. So let's start with our little warm-up. So stand here with your feet fairly close together, with your feet right underneath your hip bones. Not on the outside of the hips, but right in the center. Good, and then just take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. And feel like your spine actually gets longer. Take another deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. And third time in. Dropping your shoulders, drop into the roots of your feet, out. All right, good. Then from here, you can get a little bit of a wider stance. So now you're on the more of the outside of the edges of the hips. Put your hands on your belly and just circle your waist. As you circle your waist, feel like you can drop into it, like drop your hip into like this little hula hoop that you're going down, and it's going down in a progressive, very gentle spiral. So you feel that dropping of your hip tension from the side of the hip, the back of the hip releases, and then you can feel your core engage and still feel like somebody's lifting you from the crown of the head, even though you're dropping your hip. That will help your hip release its tension. Okay, let's go the other direction. So your default position of your feet are going to be feet parallel, toes forward. Toes forward and knees forward. Good. And then on this side, drop your hip into the rotational move. Drop your hip into it. Good. Don't collapse your body, just keep your spine straight. Spine straight, drop the hip. Spine straight, drop the hip. Good. So you want to feel like this area between the ribs and the top of the hip gets longer. Get a little bit longer. All right, from there, drop your arms down the sides and then roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders back. Drop your arms down the sides. Roll the shoulders back and around. And then drop. And you want to have this feeling like you're thinking in more than one direction at a time. So what I mean by that is you want the crown feeling like somebody's holding you up like a marionette. And then the body, contraction down. You're dropping your shoulders, dropping your arms, but your whole body doesn't collapse because like somebody's holding you up here like a marionette. So you're actually tractioning down your neck. You're decompressing the neck. Then reverse direction, squeeze the shoulders back and up. Come straight down the sides. Go back and up. Go straight down the sides. Back and up. Straight down the sides. Good. And then just natural breathing. Deepen your breath into your belly. Belly breathing. When you deepen your breath, you can open up the hips, knees, ankles, and feet. Good. And then from here, look over your right shoulder, my left, your right, and just circle the head down and around. Come mostly straight across the top, down and around, and then mostly straight across the top. And just think of a smooth circular shape like this half circle here underneath the horizon, half moon shape. And then reverse direction. Mostly straight across the top because we don't want to crunch our neck back. We just want to gently stretch it. Don't go for the end feel. Don't push it to the edge. Just drop it into its motion and go for a smooth circular shape. Smooth. And then from here, sink, and then big circles. Come down the front plane of the body. So you're not going to the back of your body. You're staying on the frontal plane here, staying in the front of your body, and then you're going to stay on the sides of the body, like right where your seam of your shirt is. Stay on the front side of that seam of the shirt. Okay, so you're not popping the chest open. Take a big inhalation, but engage your core. And exhale, keep the crown point lifting. Feel the back lengthen, engage your core all the way up to the top, and keep the crown going up even as the arms are going down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. Now we're going to reverse direction. We're going to turn the palms up at the chest level. Good. And don't bend forward at the waist. Just open the hips and drop the base of the spine down. Lengthen the spine, and then use the legs to get the rest of your height. Good. So keep the crown point lifting. And then raise up with the legs. Good. From here, sorry, I did it differently that time. So just rotate the arms forward here without bending forward. Just let them fall down the front. And then go to the sides. Open the hips. Then use the legs. Use the legs all the way up to the top. Keep the crown lifting. Drop the base of the neck. Lengthen down the front of the body. Okay, we're going to go to this one now. Big circle up. Palms down the front. Rotate the arms out. Big circle up. And down the front. Inhale, big, deep belly breathing inhale. Without arching backwards, and drop the shoulders down, drop the hands down without bending forward. Good. From here, we're going to do some Qigong for the lungs. Raise up to the chest level and then open the palms. They keep seeing each other, but it's like you're stretching noodles. Turn the palms down and then slowly relax down. And float the arms up. And turn the palms toward each other, and you're going to actually open the hips and the knees as you do this. Keep your spine upright. Then you're going to bring your palms together to the shoulder level, turn the palms down, and then bend the knees a little bit down. Super gentle. Keep the spine straight, and then really open your lungs. Imagine your lungs opening in all directions, front, back, side to side, up and down. So it's expanding like a balloon, like you've got two big giant lung balloons, right? And they inflate in all directions. Open up the hips, open up the knees to allow for this shape. You become the balloon. Then the palms, they go toward each other without touching. You turn the palms down and then go down. Good. You can inhale on the way up. And you can keep inhaling as you're going out to the sides. And you can exhale, raise a little bit, and then exhale, sink a little bit. Or you can do two-part breathing. So you can inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. That one's good too. So both are fine, just depending on your lung capacity and what's most comfortable for you. They're both completely valid. It's important to not get too dogmatic about your breathing. You should be able to open your joints and keep your joints aligned and keep your muscles and tendons supple, soft, and elastic, no matter if you're breathing, inhaling, or exhaling, or holding your breath. But sometimes the breathing instruction helps us engage through our core so that we feel like we're engaged and breathing and moving with our entire body. Okay, so it's good to follow along with the breathing instruction at first, and when you get more advanced, you can let it go a little bit. No dogma. Teacher Liu Ming, who passed away a few years ago, lived here in Oakland, he would always say, no dogma. He was a very funny Daoist priest, and brilliant, and a bit mischievous. Sure do miss him. Wonder what he'd have to say in a time like this. Okay, good. Hopefully you're slowing down your heart rate, slowing down your mental rate, deepening your breath, lowering your blood pressure, expanding the lungs, oxygenating your whole body and brain. Good, okay. Shake it out a little bit. So you can just shake out your arms, shake out your legs and knees. Keep your knees pointed forward. Just a little bit of up and down here, but don't go all flippy floppy. You're not like a wet noodle. So stay in your bones. Keep your spine feeling upright. Okay, don't give it too much shock to the system. Just giving a little bounce, like you're bouncing a little ball on the ground. And turn slightly one way. Not very far, just 10, 15 degrees. Just a little bit. So your knees are still pointed forward and you're not collapsing your legs. And go to the center again. And turn again. Other side. 10 degrees, other direction. And try to keep the weight in the centers of your feet. Don't roll the weight to the outside. Okay. And then come back to the center. Good. So when you're here, feel like you keep dropping into the centers of your feet, which is right in front of the ankle bone. And you have a good, strong connection there. Good. 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 Inhale, raise. Engage your core. Keep your core engaged. Exhale, sink. Inhale, raise your palms like an elevator. The fingertips are just pointing toward each other. And then notice how my shoulders and elbows are relaxed. So I want to actually drop open my shoulders and elbows to raise the hands. I don't want to raise the arms with my shoulders. Okay, so not like this. Keep the shoulders down. Keep the neck decompressed. Decompressed neck. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Very gentle, smooth, connected movements, unifying movement and breathing. And again, feel like with every up and down, you're like combing the chi in your body, the meridians, like 12 meridians moving vertically up and down the body. Feel like you're just combing out all the tangles, out all the static, any knots, any loose ends. You're just combing the chi, organizing the fibers of your body, organizing the trajectory of your chi vessels, settling down, landing in your body and in your breath. Good. All right. Raise and then drop your arms and your hands. All right. Take a couple deep breaths here. So I'm going to introduce a Qigong from Master Li. Master Li is my ancestor, She's like my great sifu. So my teacher, Wudang Chen, he was adopted by Master Li, and she was a beloved nun. And she lived for a long time, over 100 years on Wudang Mountain. She saw a lot of struggle and change last century. So last century, China went through a huge civil unrest, the Cultural Revolution, foreign invasions, and there's, they're still figuring out their identity after all 100 years of unsettled identity. But Master Li, she just persevered. She persevered. She had a lot of students. She was an extremely dedicated practitioner. She herself was persecuted because it was illegal to be a religious person in China during the Maoist era. And so she and my teacher, Wudang Chen, were in hiding for many years. They were refugees in their own country. In fact, they couldn't live inside the temple because the temple was shut. So they had to find a little shack just outside the temple, and they couldn't really be out and about because they were refugees in their own country. So her students had to come and bring food to them. He was just a little boy. She was an old lady, couldn't really walk. So the students came and like brought them food, and basically they allowed them, facilitated them being able to survive for some pretty hard years until they were able to kind of move out in a whole place where they weren't so easily found. But yeah, China went through some really hard times, and this is a hard time too. And it's a hard time for all of the world, where we need to reconfigure ourselves. And this is her Qigong that she created herself, kind of like an essential Qigong that she created to culminate some movements, very gentle movements for the cultivation of the Qi on the interior cultivation. Okay, so this is Master Li's Qigong. Maybe at the end I'll show you a picture. She's right up there on my altar. So at the end I'll bring her down and I'll show you a photo of her. Okay, good. So from here, bring your feet together. Take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out, and then bend the knees a little bit without bending the spine. Then from here, drop all of the weight into the right leg, and then step out with your left, just about hips distance. Feet parallel, knees straight ahead. Inhale, raise, and exhale, sink. Good. All right, let's prepare for the Qigong. So inhale, raise, and exhale, sink. From here, split the hands at the waist here. Sink the palms gently. Inhale, raise, lengthen the arms, and turn the palms in as you sink. Inhale, raise. Each inhale, you're going to raise your stance just a little bit. Every exhale, you're going to sink just a little bit. Keep the head feeling light and buoyant. Light and buoyant. And clear the waist and sink the palms gently. Inhale, raise, filling up the space in the spine. Keep the space, turn the palms in. Third one, in, raise a little bit. And exhale, sink a little bit. Clear the palms flat across the waist. Inhale, raise. Exhale, sink. Inhale, raise, lengthen the arms. Keep the space in the spine, turn the palms in. Good. From here, inhale and exhale. Good. You're going to bring the palms together at the level of the lower dantian, the lower belly. Good. And then you're just going to go turn just a little bit, about 15 degrees. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side. Good. And I'm moving. I want to imagine like my legs, I'm holding a balloon between my knees. I don't want the balloon to escape, and I don't want it to be crushed either. So the knees, they always see forward, and I'm consistently sending energy down through the legs to the roots of the feet and even into the earth. And I'm sending this energy by releasing. I don't have to push it. I don't have to bear down. I just use my mind and release and open hips, knees, ankle, foot. Inhale, center. Release hips, knees, ankle, foot. Inhale, center. Release hips, knees, ankle, foot. But keep the spine upright. Okay? Don't let the spine go. Don't look down. Just look straight ahead with a soft gaze. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Good. And then from here, stay on the center line. And we're going to go the vertical direction. So you're going to raise a little bit and then rotate the fingertips up. And then open hips, knees, ankle, foot. And then begin to rotate the fingertips down. Good. Lengthen and engage your core. Bring the fingertips up. Drop from below. And then rotate the fingertips down. Feel like the crown is light and raising. Engage your core to raise. Send the roots down to go up. And then keep the crown point lifting and suspended in order to lighten as you get a little bit closer to the ground. Send the roots down in order to float up. Keep the crown suspended to go down. Root down, float upwards. Keep the crown suspended and floating in order to lighten the down. So you see the shoulders are quite relaxed, the elbows, they're wrapped down. There's no chicken wings here. Your elbows are not sticking out to the sides. Just relax. Use your core as much as you can. Move from the center. Good. Jade Phoenix nods its head. Jade Phoenix nods its head. When you get to the top, take a slight pause there. Then you're going to separate the hands. For Pagoda spreads the sweetness, you're just going to go down like this. And then you're, as if you're sweeping up the chi onto your center line and then distributing from the base upwards. And then spreading and diffusing the chi, going all the way down into the roots. Good. So the image that Master Lee said was like, as if you're at the top of a pagoda and you just release a whole load of flower petals. So you've seen all the plum blossoms, cherry blossoms, all be blowing around with the recent winds. It's like that. When the blossoms are just floating down effortlessly, just going with gravity and releasing into the ground. Inhaling up and exhaling, keeping your spine upright. Down. Inhale. Engage your core. Send your chi through the roots. Keep your roots, keep your crown, and then diffuse and spreading the chi. Inhale up. It's called Pagoda spreads the sweetness. Pagoda spreads the sweetness. Good. And when you're at the top position, you're going to point the fingertips toward each other and go down like an elevator. And then hinge at the elbow and let the palms go out so that the fingertips are pointed forward like you're playing the piano. And then up, drop your elbows to lighten the hands. And then slightly down, let these float down the center line. Hinge at the elbows, going out to the sides. This is called both hands brushing the zither. I don't know if you know what a zither is. It's a stringed instrument. Maybe you've seen it on TV. It's a long stringed instrument, and you play it this way, like at the waist level with really long strings going horizontally in a big wooden resonating chamber. Or you can imagine just kind of gliding on the keys on the piano, that type of feeling too. Exhaling out, pivoting on the elbows. Inhale up and exhale down. Going out. Then gathering the chi in your lower dantian and then raising it up again. And going down, lower dantian, opening the hips, feeling the feet, and then to the center, gathering your chi in the lower dantian. Good. And then when you get to the top, engage your core like you're wrapping a burrito towards yourself. And then from here, as you drop from below, drop the hips, knees, ankle, feet, and then let these unfurl down the sides, just like this, about 45-degree angle. Inhale up to the middle dantian, the chest, and then unfurl. It's called separating the twin fish. And inhale up, gathering the chi into your heart level, the middle dantian, and then releasing and unfolding, unfurling like a leaf, unfurling in the sunshine. Inhale up into the middle dantian. Exhale down, sinking into the lower dantian and rooting yourself in your feet, but keeping the crown. So you're still balancing up and down simultaneously. So some tone at the top of the head will lighten the downward motion. And then rooting into the feet, opening the joints, will help to float the weight from above. Good. Inhale into the middle dantian, the chest. Exhale, release, and unfurl. Good. From here, turn the palms toward each other so that they see each other. Then from here, you're going to be turning slightly to one side, as if you're passing a ball of chi from one hand. It's rolling off one hand and landing in the center of the other. Now you see what's happening here? I still have that ball in between my knees. I'm not collapsing. Okay, so here to one side. Don't go too far. Don't rotate very far. Inhale, center, and raise a little bit. Then exhale to the side. Keep the spine straight. Keep the spine straight. Inhale, center, and exhale to the side. And inhale, center. Exhale to the side. It's called swing the lotus leaf. So I don't know if you've seen a lotus leaf, but they're really, really big. You can use them for an umbrella. Literally, they're that big. You want to imagine like your palm, and not just your palm, but your whole arm is like a lotus leaf floating in the wind and just moving the atmosphere a little bit like a fan. But the spine is just going up and down. It's not leaning toward or away. It's not leaning towards or away. Just moving up and down. Swinging the lotus leaf. Inhale, center. Keep your neck decompressed. Exhale to the side. Very gentle. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side. Good. Then from here, bring your palms to the center so they see each other. Open the hips and the knees and the feet as you raise, like you're raising a chi ball. And raise your stance a little bit as you bring this ball with the center of the palms at the level of this point between the eyes, right there at the bridge of the nose. There you're going to be turning the torso without collapsing the legs. Turn the torso about 15 degrees and then cycle this ball. It's called circulating the cosmic egg. Let the arms fully relax down. Get underneath your elbows and then raise with your legs and turn your torso to the front again. Keep turning your torso just 15 degrees. Keep your feet rooted down through the center of the earth. Then let the arms are fully relaxed. Get underneath your elbows. Open the hips. Open the knees. Then raising up to the eye level. Turning again. And let this unfold down. Unfold down without pushing down. A lot of the concentration is in what to let go of. So if you've got shoulder tension, just disinhibit the shoulders. Back tension, lengthen the back. Hip tension, bring space into the hip joint. When you come up to the center, you're going to go to the other side. So keep this sort of magnetic feeling, almost like you can feel the heat between the palms, not trying to generate heat. It's just like you feel this magnetism or energy, the palms kind of aware of each other. And you're moving from the center. And so really use your shoulders less and less, use your neck less and less. Get underneath your elbows, then use your legs. And unfold your arms. Keep your core engaged, so don't bend at the waist. Don't look down, don't bend at the waist. Get underneath your elbows. Raise with your legs back to the level of the eyes. Good. Open the hips. Keep your core engaged. That'll keep your spine upright. Unfurl the arms. Get underneath your elbows so that you don't need to really engage your shoulders very much. Shoulders are very quiet. The chest is very quiet. Mind just following along, just observing your movements, unattached. Following your breath, unattached. Get underneath your elbows. Raise up with the legs and come to center. Good. Now from here, soften the feeling between the palms, like you're clearing the eyes and the ears. Okay. Let's do that again. So you're here at the center, you feel that magnetic feeling between the palms, and then softly feel like you're just pulling some chi gossamer and clearing the clouds that's been over the eyes and the ears. And you're just clearing the tension, melting the tension, the jaw tension, the scalp tension. You're going center and then out. Good, that's just an extra bit I put in there. Then from here, loose fists, and then you're going to, as if you're rowing a boat upon the sea, get underneath your elbows, drop open your hips, and use your legs to raise the last bit above your shoulders without leaning forward. So keep the weight in the centers of the feet. Don't allow the weight to go to the heels or go to the toes. Keep it right in the center, whether you're moving up or down, whether the arms are close or away. Keep the weight in the centers of the feet by engaging your core. And drop to get underneath, like you're lifting a barbell, but the barbell made of clouds. Okay, so it's weightless. It's weightless. Underneath there. And then let the clouds float you up. And keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep your core engaged. Drop and get under your cloud barbell. And as if you're rowing on the sea. Good. And feel the tension in the temples and the jaws. Relax. Good. From here, you're going to hold the ball. Okay, so you're going to hold the ball. Sorry, I'm going to reverse it. So you're going to go right hand under, and then you're going to go up on the inside. Right goes on the inside, and then you're going to turn a little bit and then flip the palms. And then right goes on the outside, and you're going to sink a little bit. So you're going to follow the right hand movement in terms of up and down with your body. Turn the palms. Inhale, raise up the center, right's on the inside, raising. Turn and gently flip the palms, and then right palm sinking, right, and the other palm is raising. Come to your center, your center. Inhale, raise up on the inside. Flip the palms as you turn slightly, just 10-15 degrees. Right palm down on the outside. Flip the palms. Inside, raise your spine. Flip the palms as you turn and exhale, sink. Flip the palms. Good. Inside, raise. Keep your core engaged, like you're filling up the space between the vertebrae of the spine. And then maintain that space. Maintain that spacious quality in the spine. Inhale. Flip the palms. Exhale down. Good. Following the up and down of the right hand. Your right hand. I am mirroring you. I'm mirroring you. Exhale down. Good. Then don't think about it too much. Sometimes you think about it, can get a little bit overcomplicated. So just go into the flow. Don't go faster. Just get into the flow of the motion so you can kind of plug into the logic of the motion so it feels more natural. And just follow along. Don't worry about if you got it right or not. Inhale, raise a little bit. One palm goes up, right palm goes up. Exhale, sink a little bit. Inhale, raise, follow the right palm. Exhale, sink. Good. It's called turning the wheel of the Tao. Turning the wheel of the Tao. Very gentle, very relaxed. Good. Then from here, let the arms flow down, and then the palms face the back without pushing back. They're just hanging there by your sides. Good. And then you're going to sink, and then you're going to point with the middle finger. Middle finger just points and then goes to what's called the tiger's mouth right there. There's your tiger. Tiger's mouth right there. So the close hand points to the tiger's mouth as you sink. And then you're going to inhale, center, and raise a little bit. Your arms are very relaxed and symmetrical. And then exhale, sink, open, hips, shoulders, elbows. Point at the tiger's mouth. Inhale, raise. And exhale, sink. Keep the shoulders open. So you're not going around your body, you're staying on the frontal plane. And the arms and the hands, they stay actually rather low. So you're not lifting them up anywhere. You're letting them swing. This is called Buddha swings the boat. Buddha swings the boat. So you want to feel that swinging motion and open up the shoulders. Okay, don't turn towards the back. Stay on the front half of your body, the frontal plane. Buddha swings the boat. Inhale, center, and raise your stance a little bit. Arms symmetrical. Exhale, drop in your hips first, and then point to the tiger's mouth. Inhale, raise center. Exhale, sink, opening up the joints. Inhale, raise, symmetrical. Exhale, sink. Inhale, raise, and exhale, sink. Inhale, raise up center, symmetrical. Exhale, sink. Good. From here, you're going to stand up in the center and then let your arms come to the side of your body. You're going to drop down, hips, knees, ankle, feet open, and you're going to come up sides like you're washing the ears. Okay? And then the arms go forward, but you keep your weight in the centers of the feet. And turn to the side so you can see it. Good. So here, drop. See, spine straight, washing the ears from back to front. Right. Inhale. And use the legs at the last bit. And then exhale, and then let the arms just flow forward, but stay rooted in the centers of your feet. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Good. In and out. Good. So this is like you're washing your ears from the back to the front. It's almost like the whole sides of your body is like two giant ears. Big Buddha ears that are from head to toe. And you feel like you're just sensitizing your entire body so you can listen with your entire body. Your whole body is reading, sensing, not judging, just sensing the temperature of the room. Maybe you can feel the heat of your body being picked up from the palms. Maybe you can feel the air moving as your arms are moving in space. You're sensing internally as well. The big Buddha's ears. You're listening and unifying with your environment. And you're also listening internally to yourself, to the body's workings, to your body's natural design. And just letting the mind relax and observe, letting the mind just be like a person, an observer standing at the top of a watchtower, just observing, no judgment. Good. And then when you're here, in the up position, you're going to form two loose fists. Good. And then you're going to allow the two loose fists to come to the eyes like you're looking out a pair of binoculars. And then you're going to let them go down to where they came from. Good. And you keep the two loose fists, like hollow fists. As you raise, you're bringing these binoculars to the eyes, like you're penetrating the golden light in deep into the eyes and into the brain. You're following your breath. Inhale, raise, penetrating the golden light into the eyes, the orbit of the eyes, and into the center of the brain. Exhaling as you let the arms down and sink a little bit. Inhale, raise, bringing in the light like these binoculars, but you're not looking out, you're looking in. In and in and in and in and in and in. And exhaling out. And you're penetrating this light to the interior, gazing inward, 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 and exhaling. Good. And then from here, bring the arms to the chest level and then cross your wrists at the chest level. And then let them come down about at this angle. Inhale to the chest level. This is like two wings of a bird. Exhale. And you can alternate which hand is on in the front and which hand is in the back. It doesn't really matter. Cross at the wrist. You feel it close to you because your core is engaged. Exhale, sink. Keep the core engaged. Inhale, raise. Exhale, sink. Like you're just releasing something. Releasing, like water is flowing off the tips of your fingers into the ground. Inhale, raise, like you're under a waterfall and you feel like all the water is shearing off of you from the top. Under a waterfall, you feel the waterfall hitting the top of your head, and then the rest of your body can relax. Like you're shearing the water. The water just flows right off of you. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Without bending forward, keep the spine erect. So you want that feeling as if you're under the waterfall. You're not bothered by the pressure of the waterfall because the spine is upright and your core is engaged. In and out. Good. From here, you're going to gather the chi at the lower dantian level. Gather the chi so that the fingertips, they see each other. Here, it's close to your body. Inhale. Raise up like an elevator. Flip your palm around like you're wrapping a burrito. And then exhale, sink into your lower dantian. So you're harmonizing the three dantian. It's the lower abdomen, the middle is the chest, the upper is the center of the brain. And even though the hands aren't going up to the center of the brain, you use your mind, you let your energy flow there. Like you feel the three dantian, the three energy centers. The circuits are on, they're communicating with each other. There's no inhibitions, just flow. Up. Inhale, raise. Exhale, sink. Good, then from here, let the arms come down. Bring the feet together so that the insteps are touching. And then fold the palms one on top of the other so the centers of the palm overlap. Take a deep breath into the lower dantian and settle the chi in the lower dantian, storing the chi there. And then you can circulate and bring it in there by circling 3 times in one direction, 3 times the other direction to store the chi in the lower belly. And then bring the hands together, and warm the hands, keeping the shoulders and the neck relaxed. And then from here, washing your face with the chi. Let it flow over the face, side of the head, and the jawline. Face, side of the head, jawline. The core is still engaged here. You haven't gotten all flaccid at the core. The core is still engaged here. And then you're diffusing the chi from above to below, from head to foot to the furthest extremity. Good, that's Master Li's 15 movements, Qigong. I'm so glad that you all could join me here and that we could make this work. Let's do it again. I'll let you know when the next event is. Please be safe, take care of each other, follow all the rules of engagement of good hygiene and shelter in place. Be good to yourself. Use any one of these. You can just use on its own. If you just remember the last thing you did, great. If you just remember just the binoculars, just do that. Don't think about memorizing all of them. Just whatever you remember, you can use that for your own practice. Do it every day. And if you're all safe, stay healthy. See you next time. And really hope it works. I've had to give up on YouTube today. Anybody here? Anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me?
She's posting from Evergreen.
Yes? Got some thumbs up. Ooh, who gave me thumbs up?
Got some thumbs up.
Comments? Great, you can hear me and see me. Wow, how brilliant. Okay. All right, good. 2 thumbs ups. Anthony, great to see you. I can't see you. Can't actually see you, by the way. But I'll just imagine that you're right here in front of me, because that's what I've got to do.
Power of the imagination. Thanks, you guys, for being here. Yeah, I need to stop clicking on the page. Step away from the keyboard. You can do your warm-ups. Limber up your legs, limber up your waist and your neck. So, hey, Annie. Great. Excellent. Lori, Ty. All right, great. Thanks, people. It's been a tech storm today. I just could not get YouTube to work for me. I don't know why. Hopefully the next time it'll just be a little bit smoother. So thanks for being my beta test.